And today we want to continue on with our JMRI series. There's a couple other functions yet to be covered, and they include the momentum, function mapping, and manually adjusting CVs. So in this tip of the day, we're going to look at the function mapping and manually adjusting the CVs. Okay? For those of you that want to do it the hard way, but still easier perhaps than on a throttle. So let's go to the JMRI Decoder Pro and switch over. There we go. Switch our screen over. We'll open up Decoder Pro. And we were working on 326, that Santa Fe F7. So we'll open it up. All right, this is where it opens to. And now we want to look at function map up here. Okay, see where I'm at? All right. So we come over here to function map, and this is where you can change the buttons around for what they do. This decoder is only got these 8 functions. Actually, yeah, 8 functions. 9 actually, but a lot of different brands, model numbers, whatever, will have more mapping to work with. This is just for this particular Digitrax model. Okay, and we look here, and function 0, which is the headlight, on I think that's a NMRA default. We have the white and the yellow for the front and rear headlights. Now I don't have a rear on here. It's still mapped. It just doesn't come on because there isn't one. Okay. Function 1 is typically the bell, and that is the green lead from the decoder. Function 2 is typically the horn or whistle, and that's the violet or number 4 output. Number 3, F3 is the on this particular model is the brown wire, and that for these Digitrax decoders, that's the coupling and uncoupling sound. Now what I've also done is on that brown wire, I've tapped in a second headlight. Okay, and you may recall when we were looking at the lighting functions up here. Okay, I have function 3 set up as a Mars light. All right. And I could use a different wire, different function, etc. But that's how I have it set up, based upon when I was early on in the hobby, 8 months ago, not in the hobby, but into the DCC Decoder Pro, and just putting in DCC chips. I contacted Digitrax and said, okay, how do I do a Mars light? And they told me the manual way of doing it, with the CV number and then what the value is. So I entered that manually. And we can do that as well here in Decoder Pro. So let's go up here where it says CVs. And there we go. All right. For those of you who like to, on your throttle, do the CV number and the value, you can also do it here in JMRI a little easier. Okay? If you don't want to use the rest of these drop-down menus and values. But here's where you enter the CV and what value you want it from. Okay? Still easier than trying to do it on a throttle. All right. So these are the 2 ancillary functions. The only thing left to cover is our momentum, and we'll do that on the next tip of the day. Only because on this F7 Santa Fe, it's a superpower. It's got a big weight. It's got huge flywheels on it. It's got enough momentum. I don't need to adjust anything on it. I do have some other locomotives that I can adjust the momentum on. and we'll take a look at those on the next tip of the day. All right. So with that, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. Again, I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.